What's up, Pit Star? How's my sound? How's my sound, by the way? I got my earpiece in because I was listening to music. What's up? What's up? I guess. What's up, Vegas? How's it going? How you guys doing? Sounds good. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm sitting here with my earpieces. I'm here for a limited time till I fall asleep. What am I doing up? Till I can't sleep right now. So I'm sitting up here. Yeah, that's why I said I'm here for a limited time because if I get sleepy, you don't know when it ends. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. What time it ends? Yeah, yeah. What are you guys doing up? Should you be in bed? Should y'all be in bed? Let's get toward Pat for me to show up on time, right? Hey, he was ready. Shit, he came. I put that link in there. He was like 5 minutes early, so it was all good. But it was all good. Or he couldn't use it as an excuse. He had no choice. A good time, not a long time. Exactly. I don't know if it's a good time or not. We'll just say it's a time. It was a crazy live stream for sure. It was a crazy one, but hey, we just got to get them. We got. I'll have to watch the video response tomorrow. Just a meal prep for the work week. Nice, nice. Oh, you can't sleep either. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. My sleep schedule's been mad off. Shit, I haven't been going to bed till fucking like midnight, 12:30, and I'm up at like 6 o'clock. It's horrible. It's horrible. Probably need to stop drinking the Mountain Dew right before bed. I don't do so bad. Making a crab and shrimp bisque and some teriyaki chicken. Nice, nice. Yeah, right, Julie. I'm kind of the same way. It's like you lay down, you're like, oh, ain't gonna lie though, I'm yawning. That's a good sign. Crab and shrimp bisque. Well, sounds all fancy and shit. Some teriyaki chicken. Nice. Ah. So you make your meals like for the whole week? That's kind of cool. Uh, First time making it, gotcha. Just make sure that shit's cooked. You on the fucking toilet. You like at work. Where's Pit Star at work? Hey, I got the shitter. I got the diarrhea. Oh shit. I don't think the crab and lobster biscuits fit thoroughly. Blowing fucking I'll be running to the toilet like every 5 minutes and shit. Yeah, that's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst feeling in the world when you're in the middle of doing something, all of a sudden the bubble guts hit. You're like, oh my god, oh my god, the bubble guts. Yeah, lost 5 pounds in one day. Well, I lose one. Yeah, right. Hey, you could sell that shit on you could sell that shit on Amazon, bro. New weight loss formula. The crab and shrimp bisque weight loss formula. Fucking blowing out your colon. I need to do weight loss for me. Yeah, we had a good turnout though. I think the highest we were up to was like 60 people, so it was pretty good. It was pretty good. A lot of people wanted to watch that shit tonight. Maybe I should have Torp on a weekly basis. The Roy Torp Weekly Show. Oh shit. We could like do like, since he loves the drama so much, I guess we could do a, oh hey Jason, how's it going? We could do like a weekly drama recap of the week or something. Who knows? Should be funny. Uh, I would just have to schedule it for like 3 in the afternoon. Before you had a chance to get through the first two 12 packs. How you doing tonight, Jason? Up kind of late, I see. So did everybody's football team win today? Because mine got their asses spanked today. Cowboys got their asses spanked. At home, too. Horrible. Yeah, they'll win the next 10 in a row. Had Domino's last night, and I was on the shitter for over and oh, no shit. Yeah, Domino's, boycott Domino's. Yeah, Domino's nasty. Boycott Domino's. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I haven't had Domino's since I got fired. I haven't eaten that shit since I got fired. So it's been well over a year. Shit, I don't even eat the shit that I'm at now. Jesus, what's up, Jesus? How you doing? I missed the debate with Torp, but I watched the replay. Oh, bro, you shall be thoroughly entertained, Jesus. You shall be thoroughly entertained, my friend. Yeah, right. I think you will be thoroughly amused. How about that? We'll just say amused. That's cool. Well, congrats on that, Wes. Congratulations, sir. Spaghetti Factory. I had to look that up. I never heard of it, Spaghetti Factory. Miss Kichi, what's up? I had to dip out in the day. Did he let you speak? Yeah. Yeah. I think your debate with Tort went better than he was on Pedro's live last year. Yeah. Yeah, he lost his shit on Pedro's. It was crazy. At orientation today, nice, nice. Yeah, I know they don't have one here. Never heard of. Finding good pizza in Nevada is tough. Not really. You know what? I like Tropicana pizza. They have pretty good pizza, Tropicana pizza. I like um I like those old school mom and pop places. But I think Tropicana pizza has real good pizza. There's also Boston pizza. Boston pizza is really super good too. I don't know if you know Jason. You know where OG Strip Club used to be? You have that one bar that's across the street. Can't remember the name of the bar. Can't remember it, but right next to that bar is a fucking pizza place. Man, they got really good pizza too. They got really good pizza there too. Either Boston pizza is really I like Boston pizza. It's got a lot of toppings on it. It's really good. But that one place, it's across the street from Boston Pizza. I don't even know the name of the place. It's just the pizza place, but they got really good pizza too. So they got some really good shit there too. So Boston Pizza, Tropicana Pizza. I think there's a couple of them. I have one I think up by. There's one up on like Nellis and not Nellis, but Lake Mead and like Sloan. I think it's Lake Mead and Sloan. I know there's there one. I think there's one there. Um, but I'm not sure where the rest of them are. How did the debate end? With Torp saying goodbye and everything left on a good note, as far as I know. Everything went well. Joe, let's see, Chicago Joe's is the shit for Italian little converted house. And oh, really? I'll have to look that. I'll have to look that up, bro. I'll have to look that shit up. Yeah, you been on the one Lake Mead one? Yeah. You also have really good chicken fingers there too. Yeah, it went okay in Mesquite. Everything is pretty cool at the end. No yelling and screaming. Nobody got kicked off because they got out of control. So it's all pretty good. Yeah, Boston Pizza's off Las Vegas. Yeah, Las Vegas Boulevard. It's right next to where OG Strip Club. It's called. They got the strip club now. I think it's called the Peppermint Hippo or some shit. That's the name of the strip club. The Peppermint Hippo. Trying to bite off the spearmint rhino, so they called it the Peppermint Hippo. Um, but yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's really good. I like it. Yeah, those franchise pizzas, they're just blah. Just blah. Hey, there you go. How you doing? Yeah, Danielle. Danielle. Whatever. Yeah, those got some good shit there. But they got good chicken fingers too. I heard that Evil Pie on Fremont Street is supposed to be super, super good. I'm not about that's going down those places. I think probably a lot of it's too expensive just because of where it's at and shit. So yeah, exactly, exactly. But I heard that Evil Pie is supposed to. I think the most overrated place is that California Pizza Kitchen. I think those places are so overrated. You can get some funky ass pizzas there, but that place is so overrated. It ain't even, it's not even a joke. Last time I was in Vegas, I had a chance to eat at Metro Pizza. Oh, cool. Yeah, 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 exactly, bro. Yeah, I don't know why people love that place so much. To me, it's just, it's not, dude, they make their pizzas dead ass. They make their pizzas like they're frozen pizzas. It's like you might as well just go to the store and buy their frozen pizza and hand it to them and cook that shit. It's like exactly the fucking same. It's like, ugh, it's fucking nasty. And they're fucking hella expensive. Like the fuck? The fuck is this? Did I just pay $15 for this shit? Like shit. It's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, that place is way overrated. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you might as well just stop at the fucking grocery store, buy one of their frozen ones, hand it to the chef. Can you cook this for me? It's a lot cheaper. And fucking, it's the same shit. Yeah, I think they ate there like one or two times. What is better, Pizza Hut or Papa John's? I actually like Papa John's. Papa John's can be kind of salty though sometimes. In my opinion, it can be kind of salty, but I like Papa John's. To be honest with you, shit, dude, I like Little Caesars pizza. I know a lot of people give me a hard motherfucking time, but I like Little Caesars pizza. To be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. Exactly. I want an actual pizza, not a personal pizza. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. The only complaint I have with Papa John's is it just seems a little salty. The Little Caesars, I love Little Caesars pizza. Actually, I have no issues with that. But then again, I'm kind of corny like that. But I don't know if you guys eat the pizzas at 7-Eleven. I actually like the pizzas at 7-Eleven. If you get the all meat pizza at 7-Eleven, I actually like that pizza. I have no problem with that pizza at all. So I think like, and they're only like $7. So it's not bad for a full size pizza. $10, 7-Eleven. But I am not that snooty, high priced, fancy taste. So it might be. I think that shit's good because I'm cheap, and so I buy the cheap shit. I don't care. Like, but yeah, I can kill a Little Caesars no problem. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's like $7, like at 7-Eleven, and they're pretty decent. To me, they're pretty decent. I have no problem eating it. To be honest with you, I have no problem eating it. You can crave some pizza. Oh shit, yeah. You used to work at a pizza place, yeah. Papa Dan's, yeah. But yeah, it just depends. It just sometimes sometimes it's the cheaper shit. Like when like if you're just hungry and you're right next to Little Caesars, that $5 pizza or $6, I think they jacked the price up. It's $6 pizza. It's like the best pizza ever. Just because you're hungry, it happens to be there and it's tasty. It's like it's good, you know. But I'm one again. Once again, I'm one of those guys though that I don't put much. How should I say it? Much into the price of food. Like you know, like everybody's like, oh, Chick-fil-A. You know, I don't put like into. I don't need to go to fancy restaurants. Like I just don't. That's just not me. I just don't. You got a lot of it. You know, I just don't do it. It's just not my thing. To me, food. To me is just sustenance to to make me not hungry and move the fuck on. You know. Have you had? No, I haven't had Pizza Rock, but I heard it's another good spot. The Pizza Rock, that's the one over by. It's on the Fremont Street Experience. If I'm not mistaken. It's by the Hogs and Heifers Bar, I think, right there, Fremont, over there off of like Fremont and Third Street, Fremont and Third, or Fremont and Casino Center. I think it's over there. Yeah, exactly, Jason. Like it's just, yeah, I just don't put it. To me, food is just there to fill the hole and move the fuck on. You know, if it tastes good, it tastes good, and move on. Like I'm not like, oh, I gotta have the filet mignon or that stupid ass shit. Like, no, it's just food. Just give me a good sandwich. Shit, I'm happy with a toasted ham and cheese sandwich or a fucking grilled cheese. So, but I also like tomatoes on my grilled cheese. I like tomatoes on my grilled cheese. So, hey, Lady Red, how's it going? Yeah, I usually make my grilled cheese. I'll put two thick slices of tomato with garlic, salt, and pepper on it, and then I'll put the cheese on top of the cheese on the bottom. Then I'll put the tomatoes in the middle. You know, the garlic, salt, and pepper. Slap cheese on top of it because you got to kind of sandwich it in between the cheese. So when it melts, it holds the tomatoes inside the sandwich, and then boom. I think that tastes really good too. I like that too. Steak I do myself. Restaurants, okay. Yeah, everything's fucking. Dude, every restaurant right now is buck. It's just butt ass retarded. To be honest with you, I'm gonna be back in the kitchen. I'm like, oh sweet. So you get to make the spaghetti. Yeah, we call that a dressed grilled cheese. Oh, what with tomatoes and shit? Nice. I didn't know I had a special name. I just called it grilled cheese with tomatoes. I didn't know I had a special name to it. Just grilled cheese with tomatoes. Oh shit! Next weekend, cool. This seafood dish costs $27 in total for all the ingredients. It'll get 8 to 10 servings. You pay 10 for one. Oh yeah, hell no, dude. Oh, no. You like some naked grilled cheese? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, same thing with quesadillas. It's like you just throw whatever you have leftovers, leftover taco meat or leftover shit. Shit, I'll even throw hash browns in the middle of a quesadilla. I don't care. It's whatever's in there. I might try that. That might be a good idea. I'm actually trying to lose weight again because I actually kind of put on some weight. It's this shit with my head is, gotten me kind of lazy with this injury to my head. So I'm not doing as much as I was doing before. So I can definitely tell I put on some weight. So I need to get back into the keto diet shit that I'm used to, and maybe try to do a little bit more activities. Oh, nice, nice. Now, look, Pit Star. Now you over here. You trying to sound like fucking. You trying to sound like some Gordon Ramsay over here. I put in some dry sherry to bring out the aroma. What the fuck, bro? I'm like, I'm not busting your balls. I'm just saying you out here looking like a Gordon Ramsay on some bits. Yeah, I just haven't really been able to do any like serious activities because like once I go to work, the getting in and out of the car, doing deliveries, and that shit just starts to wear on the dome, and it starts hurting and shit. So by the time I get home, I just want to lay down and chill, let the head relax, so it stops like hurting and shit. So it's like it just it's been throwing me off. So I got to get back into the keto diet since I'm not really doing as much exercise. I can kind of control it with the diet. See, Gordon Ramsay got nothing on this. Oh shit. Yeah, staying a calorie deficit. I feel you. Did they ever fight now? Not that I know of. Shit, they might have him and they just don't know it. I'm sure he'll show up again at some time and we'll take care of it then. So like I just had the MRI done yesterday. I got a copy of it. I got to look at it today. But I went and bought a CD-ROM that plugs into the laptop so I could look at it. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. So I'm just looking at my head, looking at my brain and shit. It didn't look like I had any tumors in my shit though. My brain looked solid. So I didn't see any weird shit on it. But then again, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. So yeah, he's a piece of shit. Typical, man. It's typical. Hey kid, what's up? Hey, thanks for calling me by my name. We'll talk about Roy. That you're being a little too proper there, man. You can just call me Roy. We'll talk about Roy. Yeah. Why did it punch that car? Why did I punch the driver's car? Well, because what happened? Okay, I'll tell you that story. The lift when I was doing lift, there's a specific spot where it's a one-way in and a one-way out. So you got cars coming in and you got the cars leaving. Well, at the end of the road where you turn right to get on the street to go out to Flamingo Road, there's a bar that sits on the corner of the one-way road, and there's a bunch of parked cars there. That's where their parking lot is. So as you're driving down the one-way road out, you're passing all these parked cars. So you got the cars coming in, and then you got the cars leaving. Well, as I'm leaving with my customer, another Uber driver was shooting up the middle of the cars. So you had the cars coming in, me going out, and then there's the other Uber driver trying to cut through the middle, trying to like hurry up and get out past everybody else. And in this process of doing that, he was pushing me and my customer in towards the parked cars because I'm trying to kind of get out of the way, but it was pushing me into the parked cars. So I just reached out and punched his car to get him to stop. So I didn't end up crashing into the parked cars. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, the doctor. I don't know. I have my doctor's out. I have my doctor's appointment on Saturday. So I did the MRI. They got to read it and I guess give the doctor whatever the results are. So yeah, once I get a chance to download them from the disc onto like the regular thing, I'll show you the pics. I just got to work on doing that. So yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. He got so close. Yeah, he was pushing me into the parked car. So yeah, that's how close he was though to my car. Is I actually was able to reach out and punch his shit and cause like $600 worth of damage. Let's see. Would you recommend driving Uber, Lyft nowadays? How do you deal with the psychos? Am I, would I recommend it here in Vegas? I would recommend it here in Vegas. Maybe not. How should I say this? See, I haven't done it in, let's see, I got 2020, 2019, 2020. So it's been almost 4 years. So I don't know how it would be. Um, but I would think it would be fun to do as a part time gig, just to, especially like on the weekends, just because you get to deal with the tourists if you work, the strip area, Fremont Street area, because it's cool as shit to pick up people from all over the world and shit and get like stories and talk to the different people and shit like that. So I think it's just in that sense alone, that's one of the biggest reasons I like doing it was getting to meet like the tourists. Shit, I met people from so many different places um, doing it. So, and usually the people when you're picking up downtown on the strip, they're not looking to kill you. They're looking to kill the next beer or the next slot machine. They're not really worried about killing you because they're just there for a good time. So, you know, I wouldn't be in the middle of the ghetto doing rides and shit like that. That wouldn't be something I'd be down for. But yeah, if you just want to do it part time, like on the weekends, like the Strip and Fremont Street, I think it would be cool still to do. Because those people, they also tip well. Out of towners also tip well, so they know the tip. So usually your rides are guaranteed either a good cash tip or you're getting a decent tip on your the app itself. So how do you deal with that? You know what? I did 12,500 rides and I never had to any issues where I would say I felt like I was in danger for my life, to be honest with you. I didn't have no dash cam. So I had no dash cam. Everything was, but I also was I was also mindful of it, and I never had that mindset that I was so broke that I would just take anything just to get the money. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with the whole thing is it has gotten so bad, the pay has gotten so bad, and people that they're forced to take rides that technically they're unsafe and you really shouldn't be taking them. And that's the problem I see. I was never in that position that I was that broke, and plus I'm humongous. Exactly. Um, I look like goddamn Charlie Green Giant in the car. Um, I never, so that definitely makes a difference. I got the big bald head, and I look like the Jolly Green Giant in that bitch. But I never felt like that. And plus, I just stayed away from, if you know your city, stay away from the bad parts of town. That's just common sense. Don't be in the middle of the ghetto doing rides and then, you know. Most tourists in Vegas are out to have fun. Exactly, Jesus, exactly. So they're not looking to like stab you in the neck or none of that shit. You know, they're looking to hit the next casino and or the next club or get back to their hotel and shit like that. So yeah. So oh, I did, I did. I always carried my gun in my car, and my gun sat in my door the whole time. So I did have my protection there. So yeah, I wasn't gonna deal with that one. Good to know. It's all fun and games. You know, I only had one person puke in my car. One person puke, and I had did like 9,600 rides with no throw up in the car. And on my 900, it was like 9,600 rides, and then somebody finally threw up in my car. I actually was laughing about it because the whole situation was fucking hilarious. The whole situation was hilarious. Oh yeah, exactly, Miss Peachy. You always get those people that look at you like, oh, did they pay for it? Yeah, $150 cleanup fee. but but it wasn't like super bad. It wasn't too bad because I had floor mats in the car. So when he threw up, he was smart enough to aim down. It wasn't like like projectile or anything like that. So pretty much all the puke pretty much landed on the floor mat. And it wasn't like the dude like threw up his whole last week's all of last week's food or anything. So it wasn't like there was like a gallon of puke I had to clean up. All I had to do was take out the floor mat, wipe down the door some, and then spray out the floor mat really good. And I called it a night anyways because I got the cleaning fee. Because you get the back when I did it, you got the cleaning fee right away. As long as you sent the pictures in of the throw up and all that shit, you got the cleanup fee right away. There was no waiting. So it's like, okay, I got my cleanup fee. I did this much for the night. Add 150 to it. There's no reason to stay out there. So you just go home, let your car air out. You know, hit it with the deodorizer, and you were good to go. So, but I paid $150. Then I had one guy who pissed himself. But see, I didn't even trip on the guy that peed himself. It was the old man, and so I didn't even trip. It's like I was picking him up. He was at the emergency room, and you know how they go. You know, they end up going in an ambulance to the emergency room, and so he needed a ride back home. Well, they didn't give him like a change of clothes, and I guess whatever had happened to him, he may have pissed himself, and they just had him in his pissy clothes. So I got the cleaning fee for that as well. And I didn't even trip. Like I said, I was laughing at the guy that puked. So that shit was hilarious. Because the two friends were fucking dogging him. I was laughing. Everybody was laughing at him. It was just hilarious. Oh, see, that's gross, though. Yeah, that's some biohazard shit. That shit's gnarly. I would be like, I'd get out of the trunk. I'm like, here you go. Clean up your own shit. Be like, you need to clean that. And I don't know, that time of the month stuff. That's nasty. So I guess you have no choice. So. Yeah. If she bleeds on a seat, we have her a bad rating. You know what? If it's an accident, I'm not giving a bad rating. To be honest with you, you know, I would think it'd be more an embarrassing thing. Um, maybe she didn't realize that her shit needed to be replaced or something. I don't know. I guess it depends on the how she, cause shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I had some girls in my car. They were very good looking girls, and they were going to the club, and they smelled like a fucking goddamn trash can filled with tampons. I ain't joking. I had to roll down my windows. It was about they stunk so bad, and they were all dressed up all fancy, and they were nice looking women, but goddamn, they smelled like, I swear to God, a bathroom fucking garbage can full of tampons. I was like, ooh. So I had to roll that shit down. And it was kind of cold outside, and they were like, "Can you roll up the windows?" I said, "No, because if I do, I'm going to throw up." I said, "You guys fucking stink." She goes, "What do you mean we stink?" I said, "You guys smell, and don't take this ain't being disrespectful, but you guys smell like a fucking bathroom fucking garbage can full of tampons. You fucking stink." I said, "Dead ass, if you're going to the club right now, a guy's gonna pull down your panties and you're gonna kill him. You're gonna knock him out or something." I said, "You guys need to take care of that. It fucking stinks." Like, really, we smell like that? I said, "Dead ass, you smell like that." I said, "Perfume or something, do something." They're like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." They didn't give me a bad rating. I got tipped. I was always honest with people. I didn't care. I talk the same way I do on my live streams, the way I talk to you guys, I talk to them. I didn't give a shit. But I love doing Lyft. I think that shit was do the same girls. Yeah, you know what? As long as you didn't harass me, or the one rule I had when you got kicked out of the car was backseat driving. If you were a backseat driver, I kicked you out of the car. That was an instant rule. I'm like, you called me for a ride. I didn't ask you for a ride. So yeah, don't tell me how to go do this or do that. So that would get you kicked out instantly, dead ass. I would not put up with that backseat driving shit. But I think out of the 12,000 rides, I only kicked out like 18 people total. Yeah, I had a chick do that. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. Like I say, you get some weird shit in those cars, man. It's some weird stuff. I always tell my stories. I didn't care. It was funny. Like I said, you just see some weird shit. People, like I said, and that's the thing about Vegas. People are like in Vegas. It's like, oh my God, I'm in Vegas, Sin City. I can yeah, yeah, shit. Yeah, that's just, it's not something you pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, if they're back there and they sound like a fucking foghorn going off or something, you might say something to them like, dude, really? Like the fuck was that? But you gotta tolerate some shit. Like I said, if they're blowing off like a foghorn or something like every 2 minutes, yeah, I'd be like, you can get out now. You don't got no, you can hold your shit. Oh yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. One of the times, bro, I had these two chicks. These two chicks wanted to go with each other. They're like, "Hey, is it okay if we fool around in the back seat?" I said, "I'll make you a deal." I said, "If you let me pull over and watch you guys for like 10 minutes, um, yeah, I'll pull over as long as you let me watch for like 10 minutes." They're like, "Okay, cool." So we pulled over. They started getting freaky. I was watching them get freaky, and I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then after about my 10 minutes or so, I took them wherever they were going. Yeah, they do some freaky shit, bro. Like I said, they think it's Sin City. They're there to have a good time and do weird shit, shit they probably wouldn't normally do. Or they probably do it normally. I don't know. You crazy, Richie. You crazy. You crazy. But yeah. Then I had this one couple I picked up from the swingers place, and they were going downtown. And I was listening to them conversation. I guess they had just got married too. They were there because they had just got married and shit. And they were talking about him eating her out. Like she's like daring him. She's like, you can't eat me out that good. Blah blah blah. I don't know. And so the guy, no shit, he put $80 on my shoulder. He's like, do you mind if I eat her out in the car? I was like, I don't care. Fuck $80. Go ahead, do what you got to do, man. And so I'm sitting there listening, right? I'm like, is this dude if he's getting it right, you know what I'm saying? So I'm listening. I'll be like, so I'm not really paying too much attention to I'm driving downtown and I'm listening, I'm kind of listening. So you know how you get kind of sidetracked. Oh, sorry. Sorry. You know how you get kind of sidetracked? You can listen and watch the road at the same time. Well, I'm sitting there, and then when I pull up to drop them off, and this is no joke, I pulled up right in front of a marshal. There's a city marshal sitting in his car, and I pull up, and then boom, he's looking at me. I'm like, oh fuck, and he's still, she's kind of laid back, and he's kind of, he's down there doing his thing, so he couldn't see them. Plus, I had dark ass tinted windows, and so I'm like, hey guys, I'm gonna have to go. Like, there's a popo sitting right here in front of us right now. So I don't want you guys to get up because if he sees you, he's gonna be like knowing that there's some freaky shit. And so I just like I'm gonna drive around for about another 5 or 10 minutes, let you guys get your finish whatever you're doing, and then I'll be right back. And then I'll bring you right back. They're like, okay, cool. So I went ahead and I just drove around and for another 5 or 10 minutes and no, he didn't. No, he wasn't pumping uglies, bro. No, he didn't bump no uglies. He was just eating her coochie, dude. He was just eating her thing. So there was no like actual pump action going on. But yeah, he threw me like $80, $80 cash. So I'm like, okay, go. So yeah, it's just yeah. He wasn't busting no. Yeah, there wasn't gonna be none of that. No, there ain't gonna be no fucking bumping uglies like that. Cause yeah, no. Right, bro. Right, you'd be like, you have to hand them a condom through the fucking like. I have condoms in this glove box. It'd be $1.50 for a condom because you ain't gonna be bumping the uglies, raw dogging it in my car, and then busting jizz all over. Yeah, that ain't happening. Did I let them eat food in my car? Pretty much, as long as they were, respectful about it. I didn't have a problem with it. I didn't have a problem. I picked up a couple like the porn star girls because they had that porn star convention here. I picked a couple of them up, taking them back to their hotel. They're like, "Can we stop and get something to eat?" I'm like, "I don't care. Do you mind if we eat in the car?" I said, "As long as you don't spill the shit all over the place, I don't give a shit." Like I said, most of the tourists and shit like that, they were pretty respectful. Most of the time, if you had issues, it was the normal everyday customer you pick up, like you're taking to work or shit like that. Usually the tourists were more respectful than the actual residents of the state. So yeah, I would let people bring their drinks in the car because it's not illegal, because you're considered like a taxi or a chauffeur for the most part, like a limo. So you could get away with people drinking in the car, shit like that wasn't against the law. So yeah, because I know you pay like $20 for your fucking drink. The last thing you want to do is throw it away or I said, as long as they're fucking careful, I didn't care. I didn't care as long as they were careful. And like I said, I really never had any problem with it. you know. So there wasn't like any time I like looked back there and I had like chips all over the fucking floor. I never really had that issue. So, because like I said, most of the time the tourists they're a lot more respectful. You know, who was the worst rider I ever had? Um, the worst rider I ever had, and I thought for sure I was gonna get deactivated on this one. Was I this a like I always worked nights. I was always nights. I would do from like 9 o'clock at night to about 3, 4 in the morning. I very rarely did I do a morning shift. I would say out of the whole year, I would do maybe I don't know, fucking 7 or 8 morning shifts out of the whole year, and it just happened to be a morning shift. I get a call. I go to this house, ghetto ass fucking house, right? Fucking look like goddamn Jumanji in the front yard, like it hasn't been mowed for fucking years. Just ghetto as shit. And this chick comes out, really nice looking girl. I ain't gonna lie. She was probably, I'd say 23. Very nice looking girl. I ain't gonna lie. She gets in the car, and it's morning time, so I'm assuming she's going to work. And so it's like, hey, how you doing? Normal. Try to be nice in the morning time, and she looks at me and gives me that look, bro. Like, who the fuck are you talking to? You know that stank girl look, like, like, like they're too good to even talk to you or some shit. She gave me that look, and I turned around in my seat. I'm like, hey, good morning, and doing a whatever, and she just gave me that look, like that stank face, like stuck up stank face girl look. Like, what the fuck? So I asked her, I'm like, what the fuck was that look for? It's like, what do you mean? I said, I'm sitting here, I'm being nice, I'm saying hello, good morning to you. And said, and you look at me like you're too fucking good to say hi or good morning to me with some stank ass face like that. It's like, wow, you talk to people like this? I said, I sure the fuck do. And she's like, oh, well, all the Lyft drivers, I always get in here and they always want to hit on me and shit. I said, let me stop you right there, sweetheart. I said, I am, at the time, I was like, what, when I do Lyft? I was like 40, 46, 47. I'm like 47 years old. I said, I have yet to see a girl pull down her panties and sunshine and rainbows pop out that shit. I said, so you are nothing but a ride to me. You're nothing but my paycheck right now. I said, so don't get yourself twisted. She's like, oh my God, you really do talk to people like this? I said, you're damn straight I do. I said, okay. So I said, um, do you still want the ride? She's like, yeah, I'll still take the ride. Well, I took her. I didn't say a fucking word to this girl. She had already fucking pissed me off. So I'm just sitting there. You had that little scowl on, look on my face, like, fucking shit. So I get to work. I didn't even say goodbye to this chick. I didn't say a goddamn fucking word. I like just pulled up. She got out. Off I went. Well, you know how you get your little like saying the little things and stuff. You get the little reviews and stuff. She leaves me a review, bro. No shit. She's like, oh my God, this was one of the best Lyft rides I've ever had in my life. The driver was so nice, blah, blah, blah. And she tipped me like $10, $5 or $10. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? I thought I was going to get deactivated because I was like, I went raw on this chick. Like, what the fuck? And so then I got to thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. You know what it is? I bet you she's one of those chicks. She's never had a guy talk to her like that. Like, they've always been like trying to kiss her ass and shit like that. So I think that kind of like, but yeah, no shit. I'm like, oh, I told her straight up. I said, I've never seen a chick pull down her panties and rainbows and sunshine pop out. I said, you're nothing but a paycheck to me. And yeah, dude, I don't give a fuck. I told you, bro, I was ruthless, bro. I did not bite my tongue at all. I picked up one guy here. It was a black guy and his wife and daughter. I picked him up from the Golden Corral. Wife and daughter get in the back. He gets in the front. And because I'm bald headed and white, of course, big ass white bald headed guy, he's like, oh shit, you must be a Trump voter. I looked at him, I said, really? So you're just going to get in my car and assume something like that? I said, am I assume that you like chicken and watermelon? And dude, his wife and daughter just busted up fucking laughing, bro. Dead ass. They were fucking busted up laughing. And I was looking at him like, yeah, am I supposed to just see me like chicken and watermelon too? And he looked at me. He goes, "Damn, bro, you kind of got me on that one." I said, "Yeah, bro." I said, "Just don't assume something when you get in my car, you know." And I thought his wife and daughter were gonna piss their pants, bro. They were laughing so fucking hard. I'm like, no. I'm like, it doesn't matter who I vote for. I'm not here to talk about that shit. I'm here to give you a ride. And so we had a good ass conversation on the way home, me and him, and we had a good ass conversation, and it was good to go. And yeah, it's fucking hilarious. I did not bite my tongue, bro, at all. I was mean. Like I didn't give a shit. It's like I'm not gonna sit there and deal with that shit. And then when you were talking about the worst one, I would say that girl that had a gay guy. He really, really pissed me off. That one, I was fucking fuming, bro. I was pissed. Did any writer want to fight you? No, I never had an issue with that. Yeah, yeah. I don't bite my tongue. Well, what happened was there was three of them. They were going to. I noticed the location where they were going. It's a local gay bar, and what was crazy is I had just lost my brother. Like I think it was like 1 or 2 years after my brother had passed away, and I've told you guys my brother was gay, so I have no problem with gay people. And so they get in my car, and I'm having a conversation. The guy that's sitting in the front seat, we're having a good ass conversation. We're laughing and just having a good conversation. And the guy in the back seat, he goes, "Oh, this guy probably just fucking hate gays people." I was like, yeah. He said something like, "Yeah, this guy probably really hates our type," or some shit like that. I'm like, "Excuse me, what the fuck did you just say?" He goes, "Yeah, you're probably one of those guys that just hate gay people." I said, so I stopped and pulled over on the side of the road. I'm like, "Let me tell you something, bro." I said, "Is this guy sitting next to me gay?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Don't you see us up here having a good conversation, laughing and shooting shit?" I said, "That is so disrespectful." I said, "I just lost my brother like a year, 2 years ago, and he was gay." I said, "I have nothing ever wrong with gay people." I said, "I don't care. You're not trying to stick it in my butt. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're gay or not. I'm just here to give you a ride, get you from point A to point B in a nice, whatever way." I said, "So I'm going to tell you right now." And his two friends are looking at him. They're giving him that like, "Dude, that that dude, don't say a fucking word." Look, right? Because I told him, I said, "If I hear another word come out of your fucking mouth on this ride, I'm pulling over. And unfortunately, your two friends here who have been cool as shit have to pay for your fucking ridiculous behavior." And I'm like, "So I'm going to suggest that I'm going to start this car and go, and you don't say another fucking word as long as you're in my car." And he started to say something. I'm like, "I just warned you, do not say something in this fucking car." And his friends were like, "Dude, you just need to shut up." So I got to going back to driving, went right back to having a conversation with the dude in the front seat. And I kind of keeping an eye on him through the rearview mirror, and he just sitting there with that look like, "Oh my God, what did I just do?" look on his face. And so I'm like, get to where we're going. I'm like, goodbye to the two other guys because they were cool as fuck. I didn't say a fucking word to him, and he didn't even say anything because I had already warned him, "Don't fucking say anything to me." And so he got out, and once again, I get to my little review section. They left a review. He's like, "I really do apologize, Roy, for saying what I did. I totally should not have said that, blah, blah, blah. You're a really cool guy, and my friends really liked you and thought you were a really good guy, and I apologize." So he left a little note like that. And I think it was like another $5 or $10 tip. Like, yeah, dude, I don't play that shit, dude. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who you are. What you're like, you ain't trying to stick your dick in my butt. I don't give a fuck, you know? But yeah, it's a really interesting job. You really get to meet a lot of cool people, and Australian. I will say, Australian chicks are probably the best chicks. I would give it to Australian chicks, by far the best chicks. Super friendly. Most of them are super gorgeous, super friendly, great attitudes. Um, shit, yeah, they were probably the best chicks ever, or the Australian chicks were. But just the sheer experience of, especially here in Vegas, picking up tourists from all over the world, that shit was fun. I did have to kick one guy out because he was hitting on another guy's wife, which I didn't understand why the guy did what he did. Because it was one of those fucked up shared rides. I hate doing shared rides, and so the guy got in the front seat. His wife got in the back seat with the other guy. Like the fuck? Like why are you gonna let your wife sit? Why are you sitting in the front seat and letting your fucking wife sit with some stranger in the back seat? I'm like, this sounds pretty fucking. I was like, dude, but I was like, whatever. Well, I could hear the guy in the back seat macking on the guy's wife. And the guy up front is just oblivious. He's not paying any attention. I don't know if the motherfucker was mesmerized by the lights or something. But yeah, he wasn't paying any fucking attention to what. And so I'm listening to this guy and he's like backing on the girl. And I'm looking in my mirror and I look at her face and she's got that like, oh my God, can you save me look? Because this guy is fucking, doing this shit in the back seat. And so I'm like, yeah. So I'm looking at her. She's giving me that look like, oh my God. So I pull over. I'm like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of my car. It's like, what I do now? I said, you're sitting back here backing on this guy's wife while he's sitting right here in the front seat. I said, so I'm going to kick you out of the car now because I'm sure if this guy hears you, I don't want to have to pull him off of you or and deal with some fight in my car because you thinking it's, being disrespectful, trying to hit on this guy's fucking wife. And then the guy in the front seat's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? I said, dude. So I said after I kicked him out of the car, I'm like, dude, that dude was back there fucking throwing a mac on your wife the whole time. You're up here staring at the lights. I said, so I pulled over because she gave me the look like save my life type look. And so I pulled over and kicked him out of the car so I wouldn't have to break up any kind of fight. Because if you heard the shit he was saying, you probably wouldn't have liked it. He's like, oh, well, that's really cool of you. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like, but yeah, so that was, but most of the time you got kicked out because you're a backseat driver. I don't like that. Like I made a guy walk all the way from the damn near the grocery store all the way to his house. So I got in the car, and you know how Lyft and Uber are. If you go off track, because they give you the map on how to go. And if you start going weird directions, they kind of want to put you in check on that shit. Like, um, so, you kind of want to follow the map so you don't get those warnings, oh, you're not, this or that. I picked up this guy from the grocery store. I know exactly where we're going, but once again, I got to follow the map. So he's in the back seat. He's like, oh, if you take this way, or this way, it'll be quicker. I said, let me explain something to you. I said, the app tells me which directions to go. I said, I know exactly where we're going, but I have to follow the app's directions because it's the rules, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, just sit back there and chill. I'll get you to wherever you're going. He goes, well, but he goes, but this way it'll be so much faster. I said, dude, I'm going to warn you one more time. I said, do not say anything. I said, I just explained to you the rules are I got to follow the rules of the map because they're going to want me to go the way on the map or they're going to fucking put me in check. He's like, but, I said, but guess what? I said, you can butt your ass out of my car. I opened my trunk, pulled out all these groceries, sat them on the sidewalk and said, now you can walk the fuck home. Put my shit, canceled the ride, got in my car and left him on the side of the road on the sidewalk with his groceries. Like, I ain't playing that shit, man. I'm like, dude, I told you. Yeah, let's see. If they don't tip, do you give a 5-star? Yes. Yes. Yeah, I still give a 5-star. Like I said, because back then you got paid decent. The rides weren't as cheap as they were. And you're getting paid 7, 8, 9, sometimes $20 to go less than a mile and a half. It was different back then. The pay was different than it is now. So a lot of the rides, it took you a ride from Fremont Street to, let's say, Fremont Street downtown to the Strip, fuck a mile and a half ride for like $10. You can do those all night long. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, most of them would tip you. Most of them would tip you because they're tourists. So most of them would tip you. So it wasn't like you were like. But yeah, like I said, as long as you were cool and I pretty much would give anybody a 5 star. As long as you were cool. You know, you didn't give me no problems. Yeah, yeah, you definitely have to show them that you're the boss. Yeah, if you show them you're the boss, usually, like I said, but you guys got to remember, I'm like 6'2", 6'3", 260, 70 pounds. It's like I said, it's like having Andre the Giant driving in the fucking front seat. So it's not like, you know, that's one of the things that always pissed me off with like the Uber and Lyft advertising, where they're like advertising, oh, any housewife can do it. But it's not a type of thing just every housewife can do type shit. You're dealing with guys. You know how guys are, dog motherfuckers, drunk. Women don't. You got to deal with that shit. It's not a job for everybody, especially if you're an introvert. If you're one of those people that never dealt with people in your life, like you've always had, let's say, an office job and you never really dealt with people, it's not the type of job for you. You definitely have to have somewhat of a kind of personality and be able to talk to strangers. So it's just not a job for everybody. So, but I loved it. I loved it. If I could do it again, I'd do it again. I would, in a heartbeat. I would have no problem doing it again. If I had to, I'd just do it part time. I wouldn't do it full time. I'd do it part time. But yeah, it's just they got to know who's the boss of the car. But then again, like I said, it's different. If you're a little 5'2" girl, it's going to be a little bit hard to assert dominance over. You got four fucking half drunk guys in the car. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's when it just comes to making sure you pick your you pick your rides right. Did not say. No, I don't. I just did the MRI. I won't know the doctor. I won't see him again until Saturday. So they should read the MRI, and then I'll know what the doctor says on Saturday. So I'll have a pretty good idea on Saturday what's wrong with the belt with the nugget. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely an experience. You know, and so sometimes you can make some bank. Like when we had the EDC, I don't know if you guys probably know what the EDC Electric Daisy Carnival is. Man, I made like $300 in like less than an hour and a half. That's how good EDC was. Like because where I lived, it was like 2 miles away from where they were having the EDC, and so I would get up when they closed. I would get up, and the first morning I did, the first ride I got was for $150. That was the price of the ride, $150. So I went and picked them up, and I took them to Circus Circus. I think it was Circus Circus. Yeah, I dropped them off by Circus Circus, and I got paid $150 from the Speedway to Circus Circus. And then what I did was I stayed at Circus Circus because they had the little bus drop off zones where they would take their buses from the EDC. Um, yeah, I should try again in Vegas for reals. Um, but my car's kind of fucked up now, so I would probably have to either try to get a new car or something to do it. But yeah, so it was $150. And Circus Circus was one of the hubs for the buses. So I sat there, and so when the buses would drop off, people would order a ride because they would be staying into Luxor or staying, in some other hotel. And Vegas can contest to this. You would get like a $30 or $40 ride to go from let's say Circus to the Aria or some shit like that, or you go down to, let's say, New York, drop them off, and then you can just hang out by the Luxor because once again, it was another bus hub at the time. When I did it, it was another bus hub right there at the Luxor. So they would get off the buses and then they would order rides. And so, like I said, 30, 40, sometimes $50 rides. And boom, 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 you're just driving up and down the strip for like fucking 30, 40 bucks each trip. You made a grip. Yeah, I'm sure there is. I'm sure. And that's probably what's bugging me, to be honest with you. That's probably why it still is all fucked up. Yeah, I should try Vegas, but my car is just not. My car, I wouldn't. My car's done right now. I need to clean my car up. I should be looking to trade that motherfucker in. To be honest with you, it just give me something newer, and then probably have no problem signing up. See if my background. I don't know. I would assume my background check might clear. It's been over what 4 years, so I'm not sure how long it would stay on my record. I don't know. But yeah, it'd be nice to do again. I would really like to do it. Was rideshare better than DoorDash? Yes. The last year I did rideshare, I made 65,000 bucks, and I averaged maybe 30 hours a week. So I would average maybe 30, 35 hours a week, and I made about 65 grand for the year. So it wasn't like you had to work a lot of hours. You made good money. Nowadays, I doubt if it's even close. Um, I don't know how the money is nowadays. From what everybody says, the money sucks balls. So why did you say that DoorDash drivers are not independent contractors? Because you're not independent contractors. According to the IRS definition of an independent contractor, you do not fall under independent contractor status by the IRS true definition of an independent contractor. Plus, you guys have more rules. You guys have as many rules doing DoorDash than I do at my W 2 job. You guys have just as many rules, if not more, than I have. I have my fucking W 2 job. So to me, it's just an independent employee. Rideshare has gone down 4 or 5 years ago. It was a lot better. Yeah, exactly. Right, Vegas. Yeah, yeah. 4 or 5 years ago, it was really good. People still like to drive DoorDash for 20 hours a day. Yeah, that shit's crazy, dude. That's just crazy. If you're really, man, I don't know. If you really got to do DoorDash that much just to pay your bills and survive, I mean, it's like find something more stable and do it part time or something. Oh wow. Oh wow. Damn. That's crazy. Let's see, Roy. They don't want to have a boss answer to anyone, but it's ironic because they bow down to the app. The app is their boss. Yeah, exactly. What is the difference between an employee and a contractor? Richie, it has something to do with, goddamn, you can look it up on the IRS's website, independent contractor status. It has to do with something that the employer, something that a specific thing that makes you an independent contractor versus not being one. I can't remember off the top of my head. DoorDash wants you to think whatever they want. Um, and I think they get away with it just because the IRS really doesn't give a shit as long as they're getting their money. But if you go to the IRS website and look it up, there's something specific in the definition that makes you a true independent contractor. I just can't remember off the top of my head what it is. Oh wow, really? Damn. Wow, that's crazy. Well, glad that you got. Yeah, glad you turned out all right from that. Shit. Let's see. Lyft has the same thing. Lyft has this thing. They pay $1 to 160 per mile. I think riders could pay more for ride quicker. What? A ride quicker? What? Yeah, that's not too bad. $1.60 a mile. That's not too bad. And of course, your money's going to depend too on what kind of car you have. I'm not sure if they still do the Uber or the Lyft Lux or the Lyft Black or I mean Lyft SUV. I don't know if they still do all that shit. I'm pretty sure they do. So if you have an SUV, I know Vegas Life. You have a like shouldn't be doxing you, sorry. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, so it really depends on your car. But yeah, Richie, you would have to look that up on the IRS website to because but there is some specific wording that doesn't make you a contractor. By the way, the IRS defines it. And like I said, I call you guys employees just because you guys got more rules than I got, and I work at a W-2, and you guys deal with more rules than I have for the most part. You know. Yeah, I haven't had. I get the headaches. I wouldn't say migraines, but yeah, I do get the headaches. I haven't really had no ringing in the ears. I just got this feeling like shit's crawling around in my head. Though. I got little bugs crawling around in my head and shit. Get that feeling is and that shit drives you nuts. What I don't get is why it can't get a W two. Yeah, exactly, exactly. You know, even if you get a part time, W two, and then do the Lyft, or the Uber or the DoorDash part time. You know, well, of course, you have the schedule to do that. But I also, at my W two, I work whenever I want. For the most part, I pick my schedule. When I got hired, I got to pick my schedule. Um, my company is really liberal on what I can or can't do as far as that. So yeah, I told them these are the hours I need to be able to work. They said no problem, blah blah blah, and I got the days off that I wanted. So yeah, I I get earned time off. So if I want to take a day off, or I can just tell my boss, hey, I need this day off. And it's not like I got to give like 24 hour, 24 weeks notice for a day off. If I want to take PTO, you know, uh, it's not like we like have no drivers, to take over. So plus my company uses DoorDash as well. So yeah, yeah, exactly. They can't work a schedule Pitstar, but yet they got a schedule in order to work DoorDash. That makes no sense. I don't have to work a schedule. Yes, you do. Your schedule is based on your area, your market, when there are available times for you to dash. So if you unless you got that dash now preference where you can open your app up and dash whenever the fuck you want, yeah, you're stuck. You have to fill out a schedule if you want to dash, you know? So yeah, you're making a schedule. And plus your schedule depends on your market. If your market is mornings are busy and nights are busy, then guess what? You're going to be out there working in the morning and working at night. That's how it works. So it's no different than working a fucking schedule. Because your schedule really depends on your market. Wow, damn, that's crazy. Well, of course they're going to say yes. Of course it's going to say yes. That's what the job entails. Alexa just go by whatever information that she has. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly, Krista. Richie, don't take what I say like all to the heart and serious. I say it just because that's what I believe. I really do believe that you guys are employees. I don't believe you're a true independent contractor. I feel you guys are no more freedom than I have as a W two worker. You know, and plus from what I see on internet or YouTube, when people are working 7 days a week, 15, 20 hours a day, yeah, that's not freedom to me. So, all right, Lady in Red, I appreciate you. Thank you. Well, like I said, it's Richie. I don't know off the top of my head what the what the there's like I said, there's specific wording in the IRS definition of a true independent contractor. Like I said, you have to go to the IRS and read it because I don't remember it off the top of my head. I used to know it, but I don't remember it now. But that you, if you read the wording in the IRS definition, you'll see what I'm saying. What makes you a true, not a true independent contractor? I will. Thank you. You too. You too, Lady in Red. So yeah, you'd have to look it up on the IRS website because there's the specific wording. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna clear it. Why does it do that? Don't do that. Phones are doing that sometimes. I'm trying to back that up. So. Yeah, I can't get to it right now. To be honest with you, to look it up. Yeah, that's something you would have to look up to. Yeah, yeah. Technically, if you were employees, yes. Yeah, exactly, Pixar. Oh shit. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to let you go. My earpiece is about ready to die. So I think we had a good conversation. Been over an hour. Shit. Yeah, they want their cake and eat it too. Exactly. Yeah, but Richie, yeah, just go to the IRS website and look up independent contractor and read the actual definition, and you'll see what I mean by that. You guys aren't considered true independent contractors. But yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. I appreciate you. Yeah, my earphone's about to die, so I'm gonna let you guys go, and it's almost midnight, so go get your sleep on. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.